Alright, so someone in the comments had asked me to try the dry okra with pounded groundnuts recipe using fresh okra, so here we go. So the first thing I did was cut the okra into small pieces. Ideally, I'm supposed to blend it at this point, but lately my blender has been performing. I tried using my mini wooden pestle and mortar, but it wasn't getting the job done. The okra was just way too slippery to pound. At this point, I had no choice but to just try and mince it down with a knife. After mincing it, I tossed the okra in the bowl. Before cooking the okra, I decided to get some beans going because you already know the okra and beans combo always goes down. Thoroughly rinsed it, tossed it in a pot with a bunch of water and put it on a brazier to boil. For the okra, I filled a medium-sized pot with about 2.5 cups of water. I added 3/4 of a cup of pounded groundnuts and stirred it. I then added the okra, diced tomatoes and onions, 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of soda. I stirred everything in nice and proper, turned on the heat and left it to boil. When it finally started bubbling, I began to stir it. I stirred it almost constantly throughout because it kept bubbling up and threatening to spill over. After about 20 minutes of cooking, it was looking really good, so I took it off the heat. At this point, the beans had been boiling for a couple of hours and had become soft. I decided to add some cooking oil and left it to boil for a few more minutes before adding in diced tomatoes and onions. Then 2 minced garlic cloves, a tablespoon of salt, and half a tablespoon of turmeric powder. I mixed them in and cooked it for a further 30 minutes. I had to finish it on the stove top because I ran out of charcoal. I then plated the meal and enjoyed. The okra was pretty good. Not as good as the dry version, but good anyway. The beans went down well. The garlic and turmeric worked wonders. Let me know what you add to your beans to make it next level.